Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my TED Talk. Just kidding, my name is not Ted, my name is Marissa, and this is Meal Prep with Marissa. If you guys have been following along on our YouTube page, we've been doing these once a week and having a darn good time. You can come with me. I need to put my dog outside because he's gonna make a lot of noise. Out we go. Good boy. Now that that's taken care of, we can get started. We are going to be making some breakfast tacos. I'm so good at this. We're going to be making breakfast tacos today because after 2 weeks of being humiliated via internet about my poor cooking skills, I thought I'm going to do something that I actually know how to make. So that is what we're doing today. We don't need a lot of ingredients because you know that I like to keep things simple. While I go through this, please pop in comments, questions, concerns, compliments, whatever you want. I am going to get things started by cooking up me eggs. Matt is not here, so he doesn't get to do the taste test. I'm sorry, but I promise I will not lie to you if it does not taste good. I'm going to do 1 egg, and I am going to do about ½ a cup of egg whites. The reason that I'm actually combining these, and here is your nutrition tip of the day, is because eggs are awesome. I love eggs. They're delicious. Can't get enough. But unfortunately, they kind of come with a misconception about their macronutrient content. Eggs are about 7 grams of protein, but they come with about 8 grams of fat. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm scatting now. I am gonna be mixing them with egg whites because the white of the egg is actually where all of the protein comes from. The yolk is a high fat content. The white is where the protein comes from. So I am amping up my protein by adding in some egg whites. ½ a cup of egg whites is approximately a certain number of calories. You can look that up later. I'm just doing these straight up eggs and egg whites. I know that some people like to add like a little dash of milk. This is what's happening down where you can't see. By the way, I almost forgot to put my hair up because if you get hair in your food, Gordon Ramsay kill you. But like I was saying, I actually don't remember what I was saying. Oh, I'm just mixing these up. I was saying that some people like to add like a dash of milk or something to their scrambled egg mixture. I am not gonna do that today because when I create meals and when I think about what I'm putting in my meals, I'm just seasoning this with some seasoned salt, putting that in my egg mixture. When I create my meals, I think about the balance of macros that I'm doing. Okay, so I know that I have my fat content from my egg yolk, and I know that I'm gonna have fat content from cooking these in a little bit of olive oil. So I don't want to add any more fat content by adding in milk or anything to my little scramble because I want to make sure that it stays balanced and that I'm not overdoing it on either macro, right? Just a drizz. I'm going to patent that. You can use it if you want. I'm going to heat this up, get this up to a nice high heat. I did a terrible job doing my hair. Good now. I am going to start warming up my corn tortillas. Now, I just really prefer corn over flour as a taste preference. Some people like flour more than corn. You know what? You do you. I feel like they are slightly less processed than having an enriched flour tortilla, and these come with fewer carbs, and I don't know, I just prefer them. I just feel like they are a better option. I have this little warming spot. I can flip this camera, can't I? Okay, so I have this little warming spot on my stove, and I'm just gonna pop these little tortillas on there. It's just a little warmer. I don't know if that's actually how you use it, but that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna turn that guy on, just on low. Some of you are watching and you're like, oh my God, there goes her house. It's gonna burn down. I've made it this far in life, by the grace of God. Okay, so I am going to warm up 2 corn tortillas. That is a serving size. Since these are fairly moderate in calories and in carbs, you could do 4. No, I promise, I have never started a kitchen fire, ever. It's never happened, and it never will. So you could double up on these because 2 tortillas is 1 serving, and that's 100 calories. So if you did 4 tortillas and wanted to double up or make a little bit more, then you would be totally okay. It's 19 carbs per serving. And I really like the corn tortillas too because they're just carbs. So there's 3 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, and then the rest is carbs. And like I said, when I'm building my meals, I just think about my macronutrient content, right? So I want my carb to just be a carb. I don't want to think about how my carb is a combination of carbs and fats. I want my carb to just be a carb. I want my protein to just be protein. I want my fat to just be a fat. That's the easiest way to do it, and that's what I always recommend. I'm gonna pour these in the pan. And this is a very easy and quick recipe. I know that some of the other ones were a little bit more in depth. Like I said, I wanted to show you something that I know I can actually do. So, we're just making some eggs. Flipping over these tortillas, they're getting nice and warm on my tortilla burner, which is actually the only thing that I use that for. I'm going to clean up a little bit. It's what my parents always taught me. You gotta clean up as you go, all right? So I'm gonna pass that lesson along to you today. The eggs take literally 0 time. I actually made a little bit too much of the egg. I don't think I needed a ½ cup of egg whites, but I don't know what I'm doing. Go ahead and start plating. If you are not a fan of eggs, then don't make this recipe, all right? Bye. You can substitute a bunch of different things. Like tacos are probably my go-to healthy meal. They're so easy to make, they're so versatile, and the macros are honestly pretty good. When you start ordering tacos at a restaurant, that's when you start to see a bunch of sauces and toppings and everything start piling on your calories and really messing with your fat content. This is a plate. Can you tell? Start putting some eggs in these little tortillas. Yeah, I have way too many eggs. Here I come down here. If you want it to be healthy, like it has to be bland, and that's so not the case. I love to just be assaulted by flavor, right? Season it up, that's what I'm about. My eggs, my tortillas, and I'm going to top these with some salsa. Now this is the best kind of salsa that I like to get, the fresh kind. I just feel like it tastes so much better. I ain't fancy. I don't see cheese. Where's the cheese, Marina? It's right here. You in my brain? I love cheese. And when I add cheese to my meals, I count it as a fat. It does have a pretty good serving of protein in it. Actually, dairy is fun that way. A serving size of cheese is about 1/4 cup with about 9 grams of fat. Now, I know that I already have my egg yolk, which is admittedly not very much here, but I did cook these in oil and they just soak it right up. Only gonna use just a sprinkle, just a little sprinkle. I would say that this is probably like 2 tablespoons, which would be half. I added a little bit more. Couldn't help it. I've got 5 grams of fat, I've got my oil, and I've got just a tiny bit from the egg yolk. So there, my fat is taken care of. My protein is obviously taken care of because I have the egg whites, and my carb is taken care of because I have my corn tortilla. Go in on some veggies, all right? So I'm gonna try to incorporate veggies in pretty much every meal that I have. This counts, guys. A little bit of salsa, it's just straight up vegetables. Now, of course, you can do whatever you want with your topping. When you are ordering tacos at a restaurant, that is where your calories really start to build up, is with toppings. So like sour cream, and then you have it loaded with cheese, and maybe they put like their own special sauce on it. Tastes great, but a lot of calories can come from those sauces, and keep that in mind for all of your meals, like sushi, barbecue, tacos. So many calories can be jam-packed into your sauces, so just be aware of that. Your best options are gonna be things that are grilled, things that are coming with a dry rub rather than a sauce. I talk with my hands so much, I'm a rapper. While we're here, I'm gonna introduce you to my hot sauce collection. I love hot sauce. Bro, don't even get me started. I love spicy food. I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea, so if this section does not appeal to you, please feel free to fast forward. Hot sauce is incredible because it puts so much flavor on your food with like 0 calories. No food is actually like truly 0 calories except for water. The calorie content is gonna be so minimal that it's legal for them to say 0. Because I am a saucy gal in more ways than one. But that's why I love hot sauce, because you get the flavor assault, flavor attack, but it's at such a low calorie. This one is insane. This one is so hot. Anyway, this one is bananas, okay? This is a habanero pain is good hot sauce. This one, like, this one almost murdered me one time because I was way too heavy-handed, but it still just tastes so good, so I'm gonna keep eating it. This is a jalapeno pain is good hot sauce, and I just really love this brand. I feel like the flavors are just really, really good. So I definitely recommend this one as well. You just can't go wrong with some good old Tabasco style hot sauce. Am I right? This one is nice. It's no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives, and no corn syrup. It's when you start to get into like a really creamy sauce or a sweet sauce, which is where you see all the calories. Restaurant I go to, I ask for hot sauce, and sometimes I just take them home with me, and that's how I get my hot sauce. No, my gosh, I don't take home the bottles. I am not a thief. To clarify, but if they give you like a little to-go container of hot sauce, I always take those home and I stick them in my fridge. I can't believe that I almost confessed to a crime I didn't commit right now. I'm a woman of morals, all right? My tacos, so super simple. I've got egg white, cheese, corn tortilla, salsa, hot sauce, boom, bing, bang, boom, boom, boom. Delicious. You just can't mess tacos up. Or you probably can. And if anybody could, it'd be me. This is a super easy and super delicious and extremely macro friendly and micronutrient friendly meal. So thank you so much for joining me for breakfast today. I hope you guys liked this super simple recipe, and you can just spice this up literally any way that you want. But make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we have a bunch of workouts on there, as well as meal prep episodes, and I think that's about it. I'm gonna go finish my tacos. Peace and blessings.